You just heard the visuals, you just heard the sound as well of how the Ukraine army has launched a rocket attack on the Russians. The Ukraine army giving a very tough fight to the Russians there. A rocket missile being launched by the Ukraine army on the Russians. Now, even though Russia has military supremacy over Ukraine, Ukraine continues to give a very strong fight to the Russians, and the missile there being launched by the Ukraine army on the Russians. This, of course, comes as the Russian invasion against Ukraine enters day 20. And just yesterday, in fact, another round of talks were held between Russia and Ukraine in which a lot of issues were taken up. We yet to see how that transpires. But on the ground, the missiles and airstrikes and bombardments continue across Ukraine. And the latest visuals on your screens right now of the Ukraine army launching rocket attack on the Russians. Now, India has called for direct negotiations between Ukraine and Russia to end hostilities, while stressing the need to respect international law, sovereignty and territorial integrity of states at the United Nations Security Council. Here's a full report.
With no resolution in sight to both the political war between Moscow and Kiev and the war in Ukraine, India at UNSC on Monday said it has been consistent in calling for an immediate end to all hostilities.
India has been consistent in calling for an immediate end to all hostilities in Ukraine. Our Prime Minister has repeatedly called for an urgent ceasefire and that there is no other path left but of dialogue and diplomacy.
While addressing a UNSC discussion, Indian envoy to the UN, R. Ravindra, also thanked nations which helped India evacuate its citizens from Ukraine.
India undertook intensive and immediate steps to evacuate its nationals. Till date, about 22,500 Indians have returned home safely. We are grateful to all our partners for their support in our evacuation efforts.
Till date, about 22,500 Indians have returned home safely. Ravindra also said that India has been in touch with both the Russian Federation and Ukraine in this regard and will continue to remain engaged.
India has been in touch with both the Russian Federation and Ukraine in this regard and will continue to remain engaged. We continue to underline the need to respect the UN Charter, international law, and the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states.
He reiterated India's stand on peace process, adding that any lasting resolution of the conflict can only be achieved peacefully through diplomatic negotiations. Bureau Report, Republic TV.